You are the commander of Sigma Reef. This fact is both your honor and your exile. The station is a silver ghost. It hangs silently in a sea of crystalline dust. The nebula around you is a graveyard of stars. Its beauty is cold and terribly sharp. Your posting here was not a reward. You know this. It was a place for inconvenient officers. Officers who spoke truth to polished admirals, so they sent you to the edge of nowhere, to watch over a forgotten patch of the void. The hum is your only constant companion. It is the sound of the life support, the quiet thrum of the station's great heart. You feel it in the deck plates beneath your boots. It vibrates through your command chair. For 3 years, this hum has been your world. This and the endless silent dance of cosmic dust. The Reef is a strange wonder of the galaxy. It is not made of gas and plasma. It is formed from trillions of crystalline shards. Each one is the size of a mountain. They catch starlight in dazzling, fractured patterns. They call you the keeper of the glass house, a little joke from the core worlds. You find it less funny with each passing year. Your crew is small, just under 500 souls. They are good people, misfits and veterans, much like yourself. They perform their duties with quiet competence. They run the drills. They maintain the systems. They watch the glittering abyss beyond the armored glass. They have forgotten what a real sun feels like. You sip your nutrient paste. It tastes like recycled disappointment. The mess hall tried to make it festive today. It is Founders' Day back on Earth, a day of parades and celebration. Here, it is just another cycle, another rotation of the watch. You stare out the main viewport. A massive crystal spire tumbles slowly past. It refracts the light of a distant pulsar. The station is bathed in strobing blue light. It is a lonely, beautiful, and monotonous existence. The perfect place to be forgotten and to forget. You finish your meal and walk the corridors. The ship is clean, orderly, and empty. Most of the crew is off shift. Their rest is a sacred thing out here. You respect their quiet time. Your footsteps echo softly on the metal floors. You pass the hydroponics bay. The air here smells of wet soil and green life. It is a small piece of home in the deep dark, a reminder of a world you may never see again. It is a fragile, precious thing. You make your way to the command deck, the heart of the station, your throne room in this silent kingdom. The night shift crew is at their posts. They nod to you with practiced respect. You are not a tyrant. You are their guardian. They know you would lay down your life for them, just as they would for this place, this lonely rock in the great dark. You take your seat in the command chair. The worn material feels like an old friend. The main view screen shows the serene vista, the star-dusted sea of Sigma Reef. It is peaceful, almost too peaceful. A part of you, the part that made you a commander, misses the action, misses the sharp edge of conflict. But you push that thought away. Peace is a gift, even a lonely peace. You close your eyes for a moment. You listen to the hum, the steady, reassuring pulse of your station, the last outpost. A final, defiant point of light. You tell the watch officer to run a deep diagnostic. A just because check. He looks at you, a little surprised. Routine scans are automated. A commander's gut feeling is not. He nods, and his fingers dance across his console. You trust your instincts. They have kept you alive for a long time. They once warned you about a traitor on the warship, Valiance. They once told you to duck an instant before a plasma bolt. Your gut is rarely wrong, and right now, it feels tight. It feels cold. The diagnostic runs its course. Green lights blink across the board. All systems are nominal. All sensors report nothing but shimmering dust. The officer gives you a slight smile. All quiet, Commander. You nod, but the feeling does not leave. It clings to you like the nebulous chill. You stare into the blackness between the crystals. A deeper blackness than usual. A patch of void where the starlight does not seem to reach. You lean forward. Is it a shadow? Or is your mind playing tricks on you? The quiet lasts for another 17 minutes. You count them. Then a single sharp beep cuts through the hum. It is not a warning klaxon. It is something much worse. It is the sound of a question from the station's deepest, longest-range sensors, the ones that stare into the unmapped voids, the ones that are not supposed to find anything. Ever. The sensor technician, a young man named Rorik, looks up. His face is pale. His eyes are wide with disbelief. "Commander," he says, his voice a strained whisper, "you need to see this." You are at his station in 3 long strides. The air on the bridge suddenly feels thick. The comforting hum is now a low, menacing growl. The screen shows a cascade of impossible data. A gravity distortion where there should be none. A massive energy signature. Dormant but immense. It is like finding a whale in a desert. It makes no sense. The readings are ancient, impossibly ancient. Older than humanity. Older than the star science that maps our galaxy. It was sleeping there. In that patch of perfect darkness you noticed. And now it is waking up. A new sound joins the bridge. A low, rising siren. The alert is escalating. The dormant energy signature is blooming. It is growing exponentially. The gravity field is warping space around it. The crystals of the reef are beginning to vibrate. A low, harmonic tremor runs through the station. It is the deep void itself, screaming. You place a hand on the console to steady yourself. Your mind races through possibilities. A natural phenomenon. A star science anomaly. Number, this is not natural. The energy signatures are too organized, too structured. It is a pattern. A deliberate, intelligent pattern. Something has been waiting in the dark. Waiting for millennia. Waiting for a reason to stir. What could have disturbed it? You look at the diagnostic report. The deep scan you ordered. Your just because check. The active sensor pulse must have been like a stone thrown into a still pond. A pond holding a monster. You woke it up. Magnify the source. You command. Your voice is steady. An island of calm in the rising panic. The crew looks to you. Your calm gives them strength. The technician's hands tremble slightly as he obeys. The view screen zooms in on the patch of darkness. For a moment, there is nothing. Just the starless void. Then, something shifts. The darkness itself seems to unfold, like a vast black wing. It is not a hole in space. It is something solid, something that drinks the light. It's a ship, someone breathes. A single ship. But it cannot be. The scale is wrong. The energy readings are for a fleet, not one vessel. Keep scanning, you order. Full spectrum analysis. I want to know what we are looking at. The station's sensors throw everything they have at the anomaly. Light, radiation, gravitational waves. The data that comes back is a torrent of nonsense. The object is absorbing it all. It has no readable signature. It is a ghost. A void in reality. Then the void moves. It glides forward with an unnatural smoothness. It emerges from the deep darkness it called home. And it is not alone. Behind it, the darkness shatters. It breaks into thousands of smaller pieces. Each piece unfolds. Each one takes the shape of a ship. They are long. They are sharp. They look like shards of obsidian, flecks of shadow against the glittering reef. They move in perfect, silent formation, a tide of impossible geometry, a fleet of pure night. The main view screen struggles to resolve their image. They seem to shimmer at the edges. They are made of something that defies optics, something that looks like smoked glass and captured shadow. 1,000 ships, then 2,000. The number on the tactical display keeps climbing. It does not stop. They pour out of the darkness like an endless river. Their formation is flawless. Their discipline is absolute. They are a single, unified entity, a swarm of perfect predators. Your tactical officer, Lieutenant Eva Kalin, speaks. Her voice is tight. No energy signatures, Commander. No heat, no radiation. It's like they aren't even there. But they are. You see it too. Thousands of vessels, each one larger than your station. And they are all moving toward you. They are not rushing. They are not charging. They are advancing with the cold, inexorable certainty of a glacier made of night that has come to grind you into dust. Who are they? A young ensign asks. Her voice trembles. No one answers. There are no records of a race like this. No stories. No warnings in the human archives. They are a ghost fleet from a forgotten age. A legend that has just become a terrifying reality. The Conquered, you whisper. The name comes from a fragment of a dead text. A pre-expansion myth. A story used to scare children. The venerable Conquered. The silent ones. The reapers of the outer dark. They were not supposed to be real. The lead ship, the colossal one that woke first, is different. It is a behemoth of shadow and angles. It makes the others look like pilot fish. On its dark hull, a symbol slowly glows into view. It is not a light. It is a shape of deeper blackness, a complex spiral that seems to hurt the eyes. You know that symbol. It is the mark of the Elder, Ones, the true masters of the Concord. The last time that mark was seen, a dozen star systems went dark. They were wiped clean from history. The bridge is silent. The only sound is the frantic ticking of the counter. 4,000 ships. 5,000. The tide of death is still rising. They fill the view screen. They eclipse the glittering light of the reef. They are a wall of silent, patient doom. Your little station, the last outpost, is a single candle against a hurricane. A joke you once heard comes to mind. What's the difference between a heroic last stand and a stupid death? The paperwork. The gallows humor feels hollow now. You turn to your crew. You see their faces, lit by the terrifying glow of the enemy fleet. You see shock. You see disbelief. But beneath it all, you see something else. A flicker of defiance. A stubborn spark that refuses to be extinguished. They are human. They are your crew, and you are their commander. The weight of their lives settles on your shoulders. It is a heavier burden than any starship, any world. It is the commander's final, sacred trust. You stand before them on the command deck. You leave the comfort of your chair. You need them to see you, not as a symbol, but as a person. You need to look them in the eye. The bridge is crowded now. Department heads and key personnel have assembled. Their faces are a mixture of grim professionalism and raw fear. They are waiting for your words, waiting for orders, waiting for hope. You have no easy hope to give them. Listen to me, you begin. Your voice is quiet, but it cuts through the tension. Every eye is on you. Look at that screen. Look at what is coming for us. You point to the endless swarm of shadow ships. Tactical estimates put them at over 7,000 vessels. Their lead ship is a capital-class vessel, bigger than anything in the Alliance fleet. Our sensors can barely even register them. They are ghosts, and they are coming to make ghosts of us all. You let the silence hang for a moment. Let the terrible truth sink in. You will not lie to them. They deserve more than that. The official protocols are clear. In a situation like this, we are to record, observe, and be destroyed. We are a tripwire, nothing more. Our destruction is the signal for the core worlds to panic. A bitter laugh escapes one of the engineers. You nod in agreement. I find that protocol to be unsatisfactory. A murmur of agreement runs through the crew. The spark of defiance grows a little brighter. They think we are a forgotten outpost, a lonely light bulb on the porch of the galaxy. They think we will flicker and die without a sound. You take a step forward. You sweep your gaze across their faces. They are wrong. We are not some forgotten relic. We are the shield. We are the watchers in the dark. We are the 500 souls of the starship, Sigma. You use the station's old commission name, a name of pride. I will not order you to die for a protocol. I will not ask you to throw your lives away as a message, but I am asking you to fight. Not for the admirals back home, not for some grand political cause. I am asking you to fight for each other, for the person standing next to you, for this station, our home. Your voice rises, filled with a strength you did not know you had. We are the first line of defense, and it will be a line of fire and steel, a line they will remember for 1,000 years. You see it in their eyes. The fear is still there, but it is being burned away by something hotter. Resolve, anger, a deep, primal human refusal to simply lie down and die. And they came here looking for a silent, easy victory. Let's get loud. Let's get difficult. Let's show them how humanity greets its monsters. You turn to your tactical officer. Lieutenant Kalen, tell me we have a plan, even a crazy one. Lieutenant Eva Kalen steps forward. She's young, sharp, and has a reputation for unconventional thinking. Some call her reckless. You call her brilliant. Her eyes are fixed on the tactical display, not on the enemy fleet, but on the nebula around you. Commander, she says, her voice steady and clear. The protocols are useless. Our weapons are a joke against that fleet. A direct confrontation is suicide. She pauses. But we are not in empty space. We are in the dragon's maw. She brings up a new display, a detailed map of the Sigma Reef. It is a three-dimensional web of crystalline structures, a labyrinth of shimmering, resonant matter. The reef is not just pretty dust, sir. It's a capacitor, a galactic-scale energy capacitor. These crystals have been soaking up stray radiation for millions of years. They are saturated with potential energy. We've always been careful not to disturb them. Our own energy shields are tuned to keep from starting a cascade. You see where she's going. The idea is so monstrous, so completely insane. It takes your breath away. You want to turn it into a weapon, you say. It is not a question. It is a statement of dawning, terrible awe. Kalen nods, a small, grim smile on her face. Not just a weapon, Commander. A star. We can trigger a resonant cascade. Force every crystal in this nebula to release its stored energy at once. A simultaneous, focused detonation. We rig the entire nebula to blow. The bridge is deathly quiet. The crew stares at Kalen, then at you. They are trying to process the sheer scale of her plan. To weaponize a nebula, to ignite a sea of crystals. It is the strategy of a madman. A glorious, beautiful, desperate madman. The energy release would be. The chief engineer starts, his voice trailing off. He cannot even calculate the number. It is too large. It would be biblical. Kalen finishes for him. The Concorde fleet is moving slowly. Kalen continues, her voice gaining speed. They are cautious, unfamiliar with the Reef's properties. They think we are the trap. They have no idea they are flying into the bomb itself. We can let them get deep inside, right into the densest part of the field. And then we light the fuse. The plan is suicidal. The blast would vaporize the station. There would be no escape. But it would also vaporize the conquered fleet. There's a flaw in your plan, Lieutenant, you say calmly. Madao, the part where we all get turned into superheated gas. Kalen shakes her head. Not necessarily, sir. The cascade is not instantaneous. There will be a propagation delay. From the ignition point outwards, we can set the charges on the far side of the reef and position ourselves on the near side. The blast wave would travel through the enemy fleet to get to us. We would have minutes, maybe. It is a sliver of a chance, a razor-thin margin of survival. But it is more than protocol offered you. It is a chance to fight back, a chance to punch a god in the face, even if it breaks your hand. You look around the bridge, at the faces of your crew. You see the same desperate hope in their eyes, the same mad spark. This is not just a plan. This is an anthem of defiance. This is how humanity spits in the eye of the abyss. Make it so, you say. The two words hang in the air. A death sentence and a declaration of war. Get our engineers suited up. I want every resonance charge we have planted in the heart of that crystalline sea. I want you to wire this nebula so tightly it sings. The Conquered wants our outpost? Fine. They can have it. In a trillion incandescent pieces. You turn to the communications officer and get ready to answer them when they call. I have a message for them. You smile, a cold, sharp, and terrible smile. The smile of a man with nothing left to lose. The station transforms. The quiet, sleepy outpost becomes a hive of frantic, focused activity. Alarms blare through the corridors, not with panic, but with purpose. Engineers in heavy exosuits are launched from the docking bays. They look like armored knights riding out to face a dragon. Their thruster packs glow like fireflies against the dark, crystalline mountains. They carry the resonance charges, the seeds of a new and terrible sun. Your voice is a constant presence over the comms system. You coordinate the teams. You track their progress. You are the calm center of the storm. Team Alpha, report your status. Alpha is in position, Commander. Charge 1 is secured to the Grand Spire. Good work, Alpha. Move to the next marker. Team Beta, watch for gravimetric shear. The Concorde's advance is warping the local field. You are a conductor, orchestrating a symphony of destruction. Kalen is at your side. Her eyes dart between a dozen different screens. She monitors the energy buildup in the crystals. She calculates the precise timing of the detonation sequence. The charges have to be synchronized to the microsecond, sir, she explains. Any delay, and we get a fizzle instead of a firestorm. The resonance wave must be perfect. Her confidence is infectious. She makes the impossible seem merely difficult. From the command deck, you watch your small work crews. They are dwarfed by the immense scale of the reef. They are tiny figures clinging to the sides of glittering mountains. All while a fleet of 7,000 shadow ships bears down on them. The courage it takes is immense. You feel a surge of pride for these people, these misfits, these heroes. They did not ask for this war, but they are fighting it with everything they have. Just a few more charges, Commander. The chief engineer reports over the comms. His voice is strained with effort. We're cutting it close. The enemy's forward scouts are getting near. You look at the tactical display. He is right. Smaller, faster conquered ships have broken from the main fleet. They are probing the edges of the nebula. They are hunting. Buy him more time, you tell Kaelin. Our fighters are already launching, sir, she replies, anticipating your command. You watch as your small squadron of 12 Star Talon fighters launches from the station. They are hopelessly outmatched. But they are not meant to win a fight. They are a distraction, a bit of theatrical misdirection, a joke to make the giant look the wrong way before the real punch lands. They streak into the reef, their engines a bright blue against the gloom. The Concord scouts react immediately. They turn to engage your fighters. The void between the crystals flashes with weapon fire. Your pilots are good. They use the terrain to their advantage. They weave through the crystalline canyons. They lead the scouts on a merry chase deeper into the nebula, deeper into the kill zone. They're taking the bait, Kaelin says with satisfaction. The conquered is arrogant. They see our fighters as an annoyance to be swatted. Final charge is in place, Commander. The engineer's voice crackles with relief. All charges are linked and synchronized. The trap is set. We are ready to light the candle. A wave of relief washes over the bridge. The first part of the insane plan is complete. Now comes the hard part, waiting and surviving. All teams, return to the station immediately, you order. Get our people home. The engineering crews race back to the outpost. Their work is done. They have armed a god. Now they must flee from its wrath. As the last exosuit clears the docking bay doors, a new alert appears on your screen. A communications request. From the Concorde lead ship, the behemoth at the heart of the fleet. They are hailing you. The time for silent intimidation is over. They want to speak. On screen, you say. Your voice is cold iron. The face that appears on the main view screen is not a face at all. It is a swirling vortex of shadow and light. A being of pure energy, contained within a shimmering humanoid field. It has no mouth, but a voice echoes in the minds of everyone on the bridge. The voice is ancient, cold, and vast. It sounds like stones grinding together at the bottom of a dead ocean. You are the vermin infesting this holy ground, the voice states. It is not a greeting. It is a judgment. We are the venerable conquered. This star cluster is our sacred territory. It has been ours for 1,000,000 of your years. You have trespassed. You have desecrated this place with your noise and your filth. The being seems to lean forward, its formless face filling the screen. The pressure in your head increases. We offer you one chance to purge your stain. Surrender your station. Surrender your lives. Your extinction will be swift and without pain. A mercy you do not deserve. This is the only path, the only choice. Your history ends here. The voice of the conquered is absolute. It is not a negotiation. It is the pronouncement of a sentence. There is no malice in its tone, only a deep, unshakable certainty. The certainty of a god swatting a fly. You look at the being of shadow. You look at the fleet behind it. You look at the faces of your crew. They are afraid, but they are not broken. They are waiting for you. They are waiting for humanity's answer. The communications officer looks at you, his hand hovering over the transmit button. The entire station holds its breath. This is the moment. The point of no return. The word that will seal their fate. You lean forward in your command chair. You look directly into the swirling void that is the conquered's face. You let the silence stretch. Let them feel your defiance. Let them wonder. Then you give your reply. It is not a long speech. It is not a grand declaration. It is the simple, honest, and unbreakable truth of your species. It is the creed of every human who has ever stared into the abyss and refused to blink. No, you say. The word is quiet, but it rings through the command deck like a hammer strike. The communications officer sends it. A single word, a single act of ultimate defiance, a full stop at the end of a tyrant's demand. On the screen, the shadow being seems to recoil slightly, not in shock, but perhaps in surprise. It has been a very long time since anyone has said no to the conquered. The voice comes again. It is colder now, sharper. So be it. Your defiance is noted. Your world will be unmade. Your light will be extinguished. The being's image does not fade. It simply vanishes. The communication channel cuts out. For a heartbeat, there is only silence. The calm before the storm. Then Kaylin speaks, her voice tight. Commander, the enemy fleet is accelerating. All ships, they are coming. You look at the main view screen. The tide of shadow is no longer a slow glacier. It is an avalanche. Thousands of ships are surging forward, a wall of death moving at incredible speed. This is it, the hammerfall, the final, terrible price of your defiance. Shields to maximum, you order. Your voice does not waver. All hands, brace for impact. It's been an honor serving with you all. You settle into your command chair. You have made your choice. You have spoken your piece. Now, you will face the consequences. The first wave hits like the fist of an angry god. The station groans under the impact. The deck plates shudder violently. Red lights flash across the bridge. The air fills with the shriek of protesting metal. Shields at 90%. Kaylin reports, her hands flying across her console. Multiple impacts on the forward arc. Their weapons are energy-based, phasic disruptors. They are bypassing the outer layers of our armor. The view screen is a chaotic storm of light and shadow. The conquered ships are like piranhas. They swarm the station, firing from all directions. They are relentless, precise. Their attack is a perfectly coordinated dance of destruction. Another volley hits. The station lurches to one side. A cascade of sparks rains down from the ceiling. Shields at 75%. We can't take this kind of punishment for long, sir. The chief engineer's voice is strained over the comms. You know he is right. The station is a fortress, but it is a static fortress. It cannot dodge. It cannot run. It can only endure. And it is not enough. Damage report. You shout over the noise. Aft engineering reports a hull breach in Section 7. It's contained. We have casualties. The words are a physical blow. You knew this would happen, but it does not make it any easier. Your people are dying because of your decision, your defiance. You force the thought away. There is no time for guilt. There is only time to act. Kaylin, how much longer until they are in the optimal kill zone? The tactical officer does not look up from her screen. Another 4 minutes at their current speed, Commander. They are moving faster than I anticipated. They are eager. Eager to kill us, you think? Another massive impact rocks the station. The lights flicker and die. Then the emergency backup power kicks in, bathing the bridge in a dim, red glow. Shields at 40%, Kaylin yells. We are losing integrity fast. The hammerfall is turning into a slaughter. The Conquered is tearing your station apart piece by piece. They are methodical. They are efficient. They are leaving you no room to breathe. No room to think. This is what they do. This is how they unmake worlds. But you are not just a world. You are a trap. It's time, you say. Your voice is grim. They are close enough. They will not expect a retreat now. They will think we are broken. You turn to your helm officer. Commander Jax, I want you to give them a show. Order our last 2 destroyers, the Stalwart and the Vigilance, to break formation. They are to feign a panicked retreat, flee into the heart of the reef, make it look desperate, make it look real. Jax, a veteran with nerves of steel, nods. They will follow, sir. The conquered will see it as routing the last of our defenses. They will want the kill. That is exactly what you are counting on. The 2 destroyers were hidden in the shadow of the station. They are your last pieces on the board, your final sacrificial lambs. Their captains know the plan. They know their role. They are leading the dragon into its own maw. The comms channel opens. It is the captain of the Stalwart, a woman named Orana. We are ready, Commander. It's been an honor. Her voice is steady. There is no fear in it, only resolve. The honor is all mine, Captain, you reply. Give them hell. The channel closes. On the view screen, you see the 2 destroyers rocket away from the station. Their engines burn at maximum power. They fire their weapons wildly as they run. A perfect performance of a desperate flight. As you predicted, the Concorde fleet reacts. A significant portion of the attacking swarm breaks off. They turn to pursue your fleeing ships. Thousands of shadow vessels. They follow the Stalwart and the Vigilance into the deepest, densest part of the nebula, right into the center of your web. They think they are chasing rabbits. They have no idea they are following them down the throat of a lion. The assault on the station lessens. The remaining Concorde ships regroup, preparing for the final kill. It has bought you precious moments. The pursuit fleet is in the primary detonation zone. Kaylin reports. Her voice is barely a whisper. Her eyes are wide. The tactical display shows a cluster of thousands of enemy ships, all neatly gathered in the place where you will ignite a star. The trap is set. The prey is in place. You watch them on the screen. The majestic, terrifying fleet of glass and shadow. The ancient reapers of the void. They have crushed civilizations. They have silenced galaxies. They believe they are invincible. Today, they will learn a new lesson. A lesson written in fire and light. A lesson about underestimating a cornered, desperate species from a small blue world. You take a deep breath. The weight of this moment is immense. You are about to unleash a power that has not been seen in this galaxy. You are about to kill thousands, not just the enemy, but your own people on those 2 destroyers. Captain Orana and her crew. They are the price of this victory, a price you agreed to pay. You close your eyes for a second. You honor their sacrifice. You open your eyes. Your gaze is clear. Your resolve is absolute. You look at Kaylin. She's waiting for the command, the final word, the one that will change everything. You lean toward the comms panel. Your hand hovers over the button. The bridge is silent. The universe seems to be holding its breath. You think about the Concorde's ultimatum. Your history ends here. You smile a grim, final smile. Not today. You whisper into the silence. Then you give the final command, the word that will ignite the sea of stars, the word that will turn a nebula into a sun. Now,